the world's most popular programming language, which is the programming language of the web. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this series, we're going to talk about JavaScript and learn all sides of JavaScript that we need to learn and implement in our projects. We're going to have vanilla JavaScript in the first place and go through ES1 to ES6, which are the versions of JavaScript. For running JavaScript, we need to do this in our web page and web engine. So I'm going to have one folder here called JS tutorial, and let's open our code editor and add that folder to our workspace. Here first we need to have our index.html in this folder. And let's give this our base HTML template and test right here. And now let's open this with our live server. You can see now we have our page opened here. So where we should write our JavaScript? In HTML, we have tag called script. And inside of this, we can write our JavaScript code. For example, let's say we have alert right here, which says test right there. And now if I refresh the page, you see that worked. And pay attention that we can have this script tag all over our file. It doesn't matter where it is. For example, we can have this inside our head. It works. We can have this in our body. Again, it works. And let's say if we have multiple nested divs inside of each other, again, if we put these ones here, you can see if I refresh the page, again, it's going to work. And we can have any number of scripts that we want inside of our file. For example, let's say we want to have some scripts right here. Okay, we can have this. Again, we can have some others here. It doesn't matter. We can have any number of script tag that we want and write JavaScript anywhere that we want. And one other way of writing JavaScript is to write it in external JS file, which I'm going to show to you. So for doing that, here we need to have another file. For example, mine is index.js. And here we can write our JavaScript code that we want. Let's say here we want the same alert going on, which here it is from external JS file. And inside of our index.html, we need to implement that and bring that JavaScript file inside of our HTML as we do it CSS. So we can do this by the same script tag, but little different syntax. For example, here after body, I'm going to have my script tag, and here I need to have attribute called src. And here I can give the path of my file. Now you'll see it works as it is in the HTML file. And again, we can move this anywhere that we want. It doesn't matter, and it works again. And the benefits of having a script file and JavaScript codes in the external file is that we can maintain our HTML and JavaScript codes more better and easier. And of course, we can have multiple JavaScript files. For example, let's say we have another file 2.js. Again, we can have some codes running right here. Let's delete this one. And we can have that again inside our HTML. And let's say this is in our JS folder. So if I move this to here, you can see now if I add my script right here and give this a source of JS/file2, I can write any code that I want here in our file, and that's gonna run. Let's remove this folder right here, and it's implementation. But the efficient way of import our JavaScript to our index.html is to import that after our body tag. And that's because if we have large JavaScript file here and we implement that, let's say here above of our body tag in the head tag, browser is going to run this HTML file line by line. And when it comes to this script tag, it's going to import all of the JavaScript that we have in the other file and then start rendering our body, which here we need this closing tag right here. So it takes some time to our website to be shown. But if we have this right here, it's going to load all of the HTML elements that we have inside our body and then import all of the JavaScript files that we want. And one other reason that it's good to have this right here, we have some functions which we're going to learn later that refers to some of the elements. For example, here, let's say if we have some div with the ID of test, and here we use our document.getElementById, which we're going to learn all of these step by step. And here, if I write test and set the style and then background to be red. For example, here, let's say we have some words. You see, now it's red. But if I have this script tag above my text, this is not going to be applied. Because when we come to this script tag, it's going to come here and search for the element with the ID of test and make this red. But here, we don't have that div. So when it's right here, it's going to find this one and change the background. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.